This week on the LTU Sports Report, we get into all of the fall sports action and get to know some of our student athletes. We've got season previews with the men's and women's tennis and cross country teams, open up the year with the women's soccer team under the lights, and hear from our men's soccer team as they hosted their annual alumni game. Don't go anywhere because the LTU Sports Report starts right now.
LTU Sports Report is brought to you by Varsity Brands, elevating student experiences in sport, spirit, and achievement. The City of Southfield, the center of it all. Michigan First Credit Union, and Hungry Howie's.
What's up, Blue Devil Nation? I'm Gabe O'Neill along with Jenna Skalski here to bring you the first episode of the LTU Sports Report for the 2019-2020 school year, where we're going to be bringing you all of the greatest athletic action Lawrence Technological University has to offer.
That's right, Gabe. We're all back. The students are here on campus, and our fall sports teams are beginning to compete here in Southfield. And of course, we're going to be previewing the season with you guys, but we have a special interview with our very own Jason Ross Jr., who is an up-and-coming sports broadcaster, so we get to hear what he's been doing this summer.
Along with all of that, Jenna got to sit down with head football coach Jeff Duvendek to get some insight on their first season in the Mid-States Football Association. And then we're going to get to our women's soccer home opener under the lights against Rio Grande.
We have a lot of action for you guys in the next half hour, but we're going to kick things off with one of our very own student athletes who is going the extra mile for the community here at LTU.
Student athletes from LTU have been known to go above and beyond off the field, and this week we caught up with one of the men's soccer team captains to talk about a pretty cool opportunity he had this summer.
So back in December, our graduate assistant coach, Paulo Ripotas, he informed me of this opportunity with the American Red Cross that he participated in back in the summer 2016. And this past June, 12 other students and myself, all from the NAIA, all student athletes, we went to the American Red Cross headquarters in downtown Washington, D.C., and we were able to go through seminars, different meetings, go through training where we learned so much about leadership, volunteering opportunities, community impact, and most of all, the Red Cross and the impact that they have in the community and what type of services they provide. The first few days when these people started talking to us, they started showing us the impact of the Red Cross and what it does for the community. I realized this is so much more than just visiting a cool city and visiting cool people. Like, this is an opportunity to change my life and to change other people's lives.
With all of the knowledge gained from his experience and learning the benefits of donating blood, Juan is now bringing the cause to Lawrence Tech and calling upon his fellow classmates to help make a difference.
Donating blood can save up to 3 lives each person, so it's a very good cause, and so we hope to hopefully continue that impact here on campus. As of right now, October 22nd and October 23rd, my team and myself, we will be running a blood drive here on campus at the Architecture Gallery. And I know at the end of the day, I'm helping someone. I have no idea who this person is, but I know at the end of the day, my blood is going to go to the program, it's going to be processed, and at the end of the day, it's going to really help someone out. And that's just a beautiful feeling that it's anonymous.
Dahlia. I'm playing for LTU Women's Soccer, and I'm majoring biomedical engineering. My favorite movie is The Titanic, because every time when I'd go over to my grandma's house, we'd watch it together and eat ice cream every time we went. No matter if it was like 3 times a week, we'd watch The Titanic. My favorite hype-up song is Upgrade You by Beyonce, because it's really upbeat and I love Beyonce. My favorite thing to do in my spare time is either watch Netflix, hang out with friends, or read if I'm interested in a book, which usually I'm not, but sometimes I am. There's small occasions where it happens.
Hey, I'm Sarah Davis. On this week's Sports Report, we catch up with one of our very own student reporters who did some pretty awesome things in Detroit this summer. And Jenna Skalski sits down with head football coach Jeff Duvendek to get some updates about the upcoming season. We'll be right back.
Southfield truly is the ideal place to live, work, and play.
Well, it's a very exciting time in the city of Southfield. Great neighborhoods, great city services, and Fortune 500 companies. Southfield has something for everyone.
Recognized as Michigan's premier business address, home to world-class educational institutions, voted one of the nation's most livable metro area suburbs.
Southfield is the center of it all.
So you want to work out, and you're curious about supplements, but don't know where to start. All you have to do is, you're already done. With the Benefit Box, you get full-size supplements customized to you and tailored to your fitness goals. With easy-to-use instructions delivered right to your front door. Visit www.thebenefitbox.com to get started on building your box and you today.
You do know you want a contest to spend the whole day with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to sit here and eat this delicious pizza?
We could do other things.
A little help?
That was the best day ever! Some people will do anything for flavor. Now get a meal deal to fit any budget at the home of flavored crust.
Hungry?
Howie's!
Welcome back, Blue Devil fans. With summer wrapping up, we wanted to highlight some of our very own students who got out of the classroom and into the area of their respective fields over the break. Our very own Jason Ross Jr. is a great example of that. We got to hear his story.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. Fresh off of a busy summer, one of LTU's finest came into the studio to discuss what he was up to over the break.
Over the past couple of years, I've been able to work with a website called DetroitSportsMedia.com, and I work with them as an on-camera reporter. So this summer, I did some work with the Tigers, and I had the opportunity to do an interview with Daniel Norris, one of their pitchers, and he's just such an incredible, wide-ranging personality. So it was some good exposure and an excellent experience when it comes to interviewing.
While thriving with the Detroit Sports Media Group, Jason has also had his hands full going above and beyond as the voice of LTU athletics.
So Lawrence Tech has been certainly a vital part of my career so far. At a young age, they've allowed me to get repetitions doing up to 8 different sports. We do mostly TV broadcasts here, and they allow me to work with my play-by-play, which again is what I want to do more than anything in my life. I just love the rush of it, love the thrill of it. It's almost indescribable. I love to study it. It's like an art form. Again, we do TV play-by-play here, so I kind of consider that to be like the score to a movie. You know, you think of a movie and it's really, you see the pictures, but it's the sound that makes it come alive. Lawrence Tech gives me an incredible platform to be able to work on my passion.
Here's a taste of what you might be listening to in the near future on call for Detroit professional sports.
My heart is beating. The heart of Don Riddler Fieldhouse is beating. Another chance to close this one out. Christy Doherty, Isabella McDonald off the 10-foot line. Back set here to Labar. Doherty, the junior setter, to the junior Gramakova. Sprawling to no avail, and the Blue Devils have done it. They have captured the elusive feat of beating the Madonna Crusaders. They've done it in 4 sets. What a night on senior night.
For more information, go to LTUathletics.com and tune into all of their live-streamed home games to hear Jason Ross Jr. on the call.
Hey everybody, I'm Jenna Skelski, and joining us today is Jeff Duvendek, who is the head coach for LTU football. Coach, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and then we're coming up on your guys' first season.
First season in league, yes.
All right, are you excited for that?
Yeah, extremely excited. You know, I know our guys got a taste of NAI football last year. We played kind of a gamut of different levels of talent. This year being in league is going to be kind of really test where we're at.
From the games you guys have played before, what would you say the boys' strengths and weaknesses are?
One of our strengths, I thought, was the ability to bounce back, to stay focused, to overcome adversity. We have a very close team. I feel our guys have done a phenomenal job at involving everybody within the program. Weaknesses, I think the obvious one is experience, right? The most anybody on our team has is 9 college games, where we're playing against guys that have started 30 to 35 college games and 22, 23 years old.
So looking back at your guys' first season before, going into the conference, what would be your favorite moment?
It was probably game one, seeing our first class after having a full year without competition, finally getting the chance to celebrate and reap the rewards of their hard work. And just, it was a little bit anticlimactic because of the way it ended, where we had the rain delay and then we're waiting to finish the game and they come in and say, you win. They forfeited, and but it was, you could still feel the excitement and relief in the locker room.
Well, we're all excited and we're happy to see what the season will bring. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Dylan Morello. Coming up next, we have highlights from the 2019-2020 season opener between your women's soccer team and Rio Grande under the lights, as well as a cross-country season update. Stay tuned.
Talking about finances can be confusing, difficult, scary, murky even. But it doesn't have to be with Money Mentor by Michigan First Credit Union on your side. More than 90 years ago, Michigan First was founded on the principle of putting education first. Today, Money Mentor continues that tradition because affording the lifestyle you want isn't always easy. Check us out at MichiganFirstMoneyMentor.com or follow us on social media for tips, tricks, blogs, and videos today.
You sit on the sidelines, but your heart is running across that field. His drive becomes yours, his dreams too. So when a torn ACL and concussion threaten those dreams, choose the sports medicine team that treats the whole athlete. Henry Ford Health System. We combine the most innovative technology with a personalized treatment plan so he can get back his confidence. And you can get back to being his biggest fan. Henry Ford Health System. All for you.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
I chose Lawrence Tech for the architecture program and volleyball team. Architecture is a great fit for me because I love math and design. Now I combine them with technology to create beautiful structures. At Lawrence Tech, I didn't have to wait until my third year to start designing. Our hands-on education begins right from day one. And I'm really excited about LTU's Design Center in Detroit. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
There was a sense of anticipation in the air as Lawrence Tech women's soccer had the honor of playing in the first ever regular season sporting event at the newly renovated Blue Devil Stadium against the Rio Grande Red Storm. And the LTU faithful could not have been treated to a more electric start. It only took junior Caitlin Mather 3 minutes and 8 seconds to score not only her first goal of the season, but the first of the 2019 campaign for Lawrence Tech. A little over 5 minutes later, speaking of firsts, it would be the first goal as a Blue Devil for the junior Laura Silverman. We fast forward after a thunderous opening few minutes. LTU now up 2-0, and it's an unforgettable moment for the freshman Deanna Hill as she scores her first collegiate goal to make it 3-0. As day turned tonight, the combination of Hill and Mather did not let up. A lovely combination between the freshman and junior leads to Mather's second of the night and first career multi-goal performance to make it 4-0. Just to keep up with the theme of freshmen taking center stage, Dalia Jarovsek would join the party by way of a penalty kick to notch her first goal on the collegiate level. Rio Grande would tack on a late goal, but it was far too little, far too late. Lawrence Tech women's soccer responds to a season-opening loss and improves to 1-1 on the young season with Point Park University coming up next.
I'd say just the energy at the beginning of the game. We felt disappointed really on Sunday because we didn't come out with that energy at the beginning of the game and fell behind pretty quick. So that was a key point for today's game. Come out with energy. It's a night game. The bleachers are open. You're at home. There's no reason not to come out fired up, and they were right from the moment we met on campus at an hour and a half before kickoff all the way through. They were fired up and excited, and I thought the energy was really good.
Obviously we played really well, and that we need to keep playing like this for the rest of the season and kind of show other teams like this is how LTU plays.
Since I play forward, I get to see like a view of the whole field, and so when I get the ball, I get to like see what's up like in front of me and the goal. So
I think we did a really good job of moving the ball, shooting the open gaps, and we just had a really good rhythm with each other tonight.
We are holding our prospect camp, and we open it up from 7th grade all the way up to seniors, going into their senior year, and we're holding it here at Troy Athens High School, and we got a gorgeous day for it. What it is people who have the dream of playing college softball, and for us, we have some people who are extremely interested in LTU that have come to the camp, or that they're looking to go on to college and play college softball. We go over, it's more of advanced drills than just basic drills that we try to do here today.
I really like the prospect camp because there's always a lot of energy with these younger girls, so we get to help them out and grow their skills more, and we get to have fun while we're doing it and teach them like a lot of cool things that Coach Baird showed us.
My favorite thing is they always have a lot of energy. They always have, they're always high-fiving each other, and they talk a lot, and that's probably my favorite part.
We try and bring what we teach the younger kids to our fields. Like if there's something that our teammates aren't understanding, like we try and teach them like we would to teach the younger kids.
So we've got 2 freshmen here today, Aaron and Rylan, and I just met Aaron today, and we're already clicking, and it really helps us to kind of learn each other's teaching styles. So it really helps us know how I learn, how Sarah learns. Like I learn different than Sarah, and it helps us to help each other.
I want the players here more than probably me. When they see the players doing the drills and being a part of it, it's for our players not only to give back to the game of softball, but also for our players to understand like the coaching aspect and how you do the drills and break down the drills. And our players do an awesome job with it.
Well, right now we're putting a lot of base miles. I want to make sure that everybody comes in on their summer training at about 55, 60 miles a week, more 50, 55 for the girls. Before we start actually doing some harder type workouts. We do a lot of speed play, fartleks, a lot of longer type intervals. As soon as school starts, we'll actually start getting into our training schedule that I have mapped out for the whole season, for preparing for each one of the meets we have coming up.
I'm really excited actually because I've never ran like this much mileage before in my life. Like the summer has been really hard, so I'm really excited to see like my times drop this season. And we just had our camp last weekend, and so we all bonded really well. We played a lot of volleyball, and yeah, we just had a lot of fun there, and we're all like pretty close right now. Yeah.
I've been waiting for races to start since last season ended. I love racing, so just can't wait. And school it's fine. I guess it's starting soon, but whatever.
We have a couple of goals. We want to just do better as a team. Last year we had a great season. We improved. We set a couple records last year. We did better at some of the races. We got higher scores. But this year we're looking at trying to get some of the runners to nationals. And that's really one of our biggest goals.
I'm hoping to be the best freshman Lawrence Tech has ever seen in cross country, and to get this team's mindset to a championship mindset.
As a team, we can all kind of work together during the races, stay up as a pack. I know we have some freshmen up there that are going to be big impact on the team, and hopefully we can have a good season.
they are stressing to the freshmen what they're going to have to take in order to continue to what they did the past 4 years, because they're the ones that are going to be the upperclassmen now after this year. So they've kind of mentored them on what is expected for being running cross country.
Coming up after the commercial break, we check in with our men's soccer team as they hosted their annual alumni game, and we hit the courts for a season preview with our men's and women's tennis team. So don't go anywhere.
I'm on the Blue Devil football team, and that's a great place to be, because other colleges wouldn't let me be both a football player and a nursing student. And just because I'm a dog on the field doesn't mean I can't take care of people. And man, do I love people. The small class size at LTU give me awesome access to my nursing professors. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
You do know you want a contest to spend the whole day with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just want to sit here and eat this delicious pizza?
We could do other things.
A little help?
That was the best day ever!
Some people will do anything for flavor. Now get a meal deal to fit any budget at the home of flavored crust.
Hungry?
Southfield truly is the ideal place to live, work, and play.
Well, it's a very exciting time in the city of Southfield. Great neighborhoods, great city services, and Fortune 500 companies. Southfield has something for everyone.
Recognized as Michigan's premier business address, home to world-class educational institutions, voted one of the nation's most livable metro area suburbs.
Southfield is the center of it all.
All right, everybody, we've got a little bit left in this episode of the Sports Report, so let's hit the field and hear from some of our former Blue Devils to see how this year's men's soccer alumni game went.
We used to come out here, hand spray paint the fields with cans of spray paint. I mean, we used to try to make the logo cool in center field. So it's cool to come back to see how much it's grown. Now there's bleachers, turf fields, stuff we never dreamed would even be a thing years and years ago. So it's cool to see the growth, cool to see how many guys we have. You know, there used to be times we didn't have enough players to play all the way, but now that it's grown so much, it's really cool to see.
What I would say about the older guys coming back to the field and playing with the younger guys and the new generations of LTU, they feel like the program is changed completely, from the coaching staff, from players, from the way we recruited, the professionalism. When we got here 6 years ago, when I got here 6 years ago, you could tell it was like a very raw program. Now you see, you know, the facilities we have, the players, and it's just having them come back to this field and they're like, wow, everything is different. And it just, every conversation that you have with all players is like, this is a lot different than when we got here, and we're part of this, and they take pride of being able to have been the guys that built this program from scratch.
With them, it's just catch up, see what they're doing. You know, we do our best to keep up Instagram and Twitter and so forth, but nothing beats face-to-face. But just simple things. Hey, it's about me, my kids, the program. They tell me how great all this has been, and I tell them we wouldn't have all of this without the work they did.
A lot of the conversations usually like, how's the team doing? How many seniors do you got this year? Like, just catching up on that stuff, seeing if they're still running the same strategies, which it's not quite. We were a lot slower back then. The young guys are a lot quicker now, so it's a lot of just that, catching up with the team, seeing how it is, just seeing how he's been. Don't get to catch up with him as much as I used to, so.
Last year was rough because we were only 5 at the end of the year in the team. So I had to step up and start playing as number 1, which was difficult. But once I get used to that, I really liked it. And I started to play really good. And I think that's why I could get that newcomer of the year. We want to get to nationals this year. I think we got a really good chance. We have a full roster, so if we play good and we practice hard, I think we can achieve that.
This summer I have been working hard on the gym, going every day to the court, practice some serves, volleys, and putting pressure on the opponent. I think we have a pretty good team this season, and we have been working hard for the past 2 weeks. I think we can do pretty good, probably win some of the teams we lost last year. Good communication between the partners, it's the key for doubles and as a team. My goals are that, of course, win the season, the conference tournament, and also win again the Player of the Year as I did last year.
Desperately trying to keep it in on the touchline, there Emma Saxby, the senior, but it finds its way to Hill. Mather combining with Hill. Nice little interplay here. Mather moving in, scores! Caitlin Mather, that's wonderful. It's her second, and the Blue Devils now have a commanding 4-0 lead.
Coming up this week in LTU Athletics. Starting off the month of September on Wednesday the 4th is women's volleyball, who hosts Schoolcraft College at 7 p.m. in the Don Riddler Fieldhouse. Men's and women's tennis hosts Adrian College at 4 p.m. Friday the 6th, women's tennis plays Michigan Tech. Saturday the 7th, football hosts the first game of the season in the new Blue Devil Stadium versus St. Xavier. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Women's soccer plays Indiana Kokomo under the lights at 6 p.m. For all games, times, and locations, please visit the LTU Athletics website, www.ltuathletics.com.
All right, guys, that's all that we have for you for this week, but don't forget to tune in next week on Monday at 4:30 p.m. on Fox Sports Detroit.
And don't forget to connect with us on social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, you name it, we've got it, to get daily updates, stories, and highlights from all of our teams competing in the NAIA's WAC Conference.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
LTU Sports Report is brought to you by Varsity Brands, elevating student experiences in sport, spirit, and achievement. The City of Southfield, the center of it all. Michigan First Credit Union and Hungry Howie's